Good morning, Miles, Jordan, and Kai. This is Tuesday, June 2nd. 4 more days of school left, which sounds all right by me. We're going to be working on lesson 67, and the title of that is Geometric Solids. Okay, so if you open up your book to page 458, there are some pictures of some geometric solids. You want to take a look at those. There's a sphere. A sphere is like a basketball or a baseball or a ping pong ball, but any kind of spherical object, right, is a three-dimensional. All of these geometric solids are three-dimensional, supposed to be, but we're drawing them on a two-dimensional surface. This gets kind of hard. I'm not the best at doing it, but we're trying. That's a sphere. A cylinder is like a can of soup, like right here. A bucket or, that's what a cylinder is. Tennis ball can, something like that. A cone is like an ice cream cone. It comes to a peak. It could be this right here, here, right? It's got a circle for a bottom, basically. A cube. A cube is like a one die of dice. Okay, it has an edge. All the edges are the same. Okay, if I was to learn the vocabulary of it, this right here, I don't think it's a cube the way I drew it. But this right here, and I'm trying to have it point to this, this is a face. There are 6 faces on a rectangular prism, or a cube has 6 faces. That's why, like, on a die, if you roll in dice, that's why the numbers are 1 through 6, because there's only 6 faces on a die, okay? This is an edge, okay? Where 2 faces come together, this whole thing right here is an edge. So how many edges would be on a rectangular prism? There's 4 that go around this way, and then there's 4 that go on the bottom, and there's 4 that go across the top. So that's a total of 12 edges on a rectangular prism. And then where 3 or more edges come together, that point right there is called a vertex. Okay? So you need to memorize a face, what a face is, what an edge is, and what a vertex is. Okay? Now this is a triangular prism up here, and it also has vertexes, right? At that point right there, that's where 3 edges come together. That's a vertex, okay? The edges, I don't know how many edges there are, but there's 1, 2, 3 on that side. There's 1, 2, 3 on the back side. And then there's 4 on the bottom side, right? And then there's 1 on top, right? It's however many edges that is, I didn't count. An edge can also be like the edge of a cylinder right here, right? Where 2 faces come together, okay? So those are some vocabulary terms that you need to memorize, right? Some of the questions that they'll give you, it says, what would the geometric solid be of a basketball? Well, we talked about that. A basketball is called a sphere. What is a shoebox? A shoebox would be a rectangular prism. A can of beans would be a cylinder, right? Let's see. And then it says how many faces, edges, and vertexes does a cube have? Okay, you've got to figure out that one. It has 6 faces. It has 12 edges. We talked about that. And it has 8 vertices. Okay, You need to figure that out. The last example that it gives you is, it says each edge of a cube is 5 centimeters, okay? That means this one would be 5 centimeters, this would be 5 centimeters, this would be 5 centimeters. Every edge is 5 centimeters. So it says, what is the surface area of all the faces of the cube? Well, there's 6 of them, and I know each one has an edge of 5, so if it went 5 times 5 would give me the area of 1, right? 5 times 5 will give me the area of 1 face, and that's 25. How many faces are there in a cube? There's 6, remember? There's 6 numbers on a dice. So 6 times 25 would be 150, okay? It's a pretty easy lesson. It's just memorizing the shapes, the geometric solid shapes, naming them, knowing what they look like, being able to identify them, okay? You have the practice that you need to do, and 1 through 30. We'll see you next time. I'm not sure if we're gonna have Leisure Wednesday or not, but we'll find out soon enough. See you then.